Man, gather round. OG Silverback here. Today, like each and every day, I'm going to share with you guys some story of victory and glory. The victory of understanding, dude, no man is an island, in the glory when you come to realize, man, sometimes you get alliances from the strangest places and you just have to embrace that alliance. So without further ado, I'm going to talk in today's video, which is, in Chino prison, Hoover Crips put a hit on my head until Surenos told him to remove it. As I was telling you guys, I got my tickets back to the United States. I'll be back on the East Coast of the United States on the 16th of March. So that's just a few weeks away. And, I'm looking forward to seeing my mom. I haven't seen my mom in a while because I don't like the East Coast. And then I asked my mom to fly to Vegas or California. She's elderly, so it's a little bit harder for her to travel. And when I was in the States, I was very busy living my martial lifestyle. So just so you guys know who are new to the channel, I live a martial lifestyle. I look to be a modern day samurai warrior. Am I living true to all of the morals and the examples and the philosophies? No, but I try my best. Sometimes the youngsters get to me in the comments and I give into my inner animal and I look to rip off thine head. But most of the time when I'm not on YouTube, I try to be a very peaceful, like passive, cool dude, stoic dude, man, just a mellow fellow like that because that makes me happy. So I want to get into the topic of today's video, which is all these memories are coming back because as I'm getting ready to go back east, I got to be honest with you guys, and no offense to you guys on the East Coast. I don't like the East Coast, dude. Like when we moved to America from Puerto Rico, if you ever move from another country to another country, your first impression of that country is your impression of that country because you never been there. And back then in the 60s, they didn't have internet where we can do research and all that. We just moved because of economics. Puerto Rico was an impoverished place where we lived. United States had introduced drugs and gangs and prostitution and just poisoned the country. So we was like, let's go to a better place with my parents. Moved to New York City, dude, like Gotham. And my first impression, we moved there in the wintertime, and man, it was just like a lot of aggressive people, dude. The pace of living there, the hawk that comes around. If you don't know what the hawk is, just imagine you walking down the street of a skyscraper, you turn a corner, and this cold wind just hits you in the face. It's called the hawk. And it's just the crime there and the pace, the aggressiveness of the people, dude, the conformism. So then from there, we moved to Chicago for a bit. Then we moved to Detroit. Then we moved to Philly. Then we moved to Pittsburgh. To me, it's all the same. Whether I've been to New Jersey, dude. The whole East Coast, the whole mentality, everybody thinks, we're harder than New York, or we're harder than Philly, or we're harder than New Jersey. It's all the same. I don't like that hard lifestyle and the urbanization of the globe. That's that thing. I want to be more like an average American dude. I want to pay my taxes, have a house, man, have a car and kids and doggies and kitty cats and goldfish and turtles. And just get up in the morning. Golly gee, how are you, neighbor? Would you like some oatmeal cookies and milk like that? I want to be that type of dude, man. That hard life that you youngsters is experiencing, I understand. I lived that, man. But once I had an opportunity to get away from that, wow, and I saw what the square life was about, I fleed away from that. That's why when I was on the street in California and I was a bodyguard and a bouncer, I'm not going to lie to you, dude, I had a disdain for gang members. Like, I didn't openly hunt them down and slaughter them. But dude, if they cross my path, like now I'm older and I practice stoicism and I give them a pass. Why? It's for two reasons. In the hereafter, I got to answer to the Almighty. Like, I don't know what you guys believe in, what you call this spirit, but this creator of everything. I got to answer for the people that I unalived, right? When in my ignorance. So I'm not going to keep adding bodies to my resume. I'm trying to erase or negate what I've done in the past. And number two, bro, I'm not giving up my freedom. No youngster in his foolishness is worth my freedom, dude. Because he's trying to prove he's a man and not a biatch. Because he's raised by a single mom, he doesn't know how to recognize a real motherfucker when he meets one. I'll give him a pass because I'm not gonna give up the rest of the last 25 years of my life being in the belly of the beast. Because why? What you in here for, OG? Oh, man, this youngster disrespected me, man. And I grabbed him by his fucking dreadlocks. I grabbed him by his ponytail. And I pulled his head back. And I fucking sawed his head off like the movie Saw. And then I pissed down his neck. And then I shitted in his fucking the mouth of his head. And I threw his head down the street. Wow, OG, you a savage. So what? I'm a savage in there. I can't drive a car. I can't get on a plane. I can't have a beautiful girlfriend. I can't enjoy tasty foods. I can't train with martial arts masters. Nobody is worth me sacrificing that, so I just miss youngsters. But what I'm saying, dude, when you're in the belly of the beast, man, I got down to Chino prison from level 5 to level 4 to level 3 to level 2. Wow. I got away from all the madness, the murderers and the mayhem and the savagery and the horror and the grape, dude. The perversion. I got away from all that satanic, demonic, Luciferian stuff. I get down to level 1. Wow, dude, I got to tell you, it was like a breath of fresh air, man. It's like all those criminals down there, they just little baby boy puppies. They think they hard. They level 1. They ain't never been nowhere. So I'm down there, man, and for my whole 10 years in prison, I never watched TV or movies, bro. Number 1, I never went to the day room. And number 2, one of the reasons I didn't go to the day room, I wanted to read books. Number 2, you go to the day room, man, it's always fights over the TV, man. You guys always got silly motherfuckers. No, man, let's watch the basketball game. No, man, let's watch the football game. Hey, man, let's watch hockey. Hey, man, there's a movie on. And even though the blacks got their TV, the whites got theirs, and the Mexicans got theirs, the others got theirs, it's always drama, man. It's up to prisoners is like women. They always got to have drama in their life. That's how you know they was raised by single moms. This is why, and I'm not trying to be offensive because I love my girlfriend here, Yoli. She's like the best thing that's ever happened to me, but she's still a woman, bro. Women love drama, man. I'm just telling you, I've told her several times, when I live by myself, and I'm sharing this with you guys, the reason I've been successful so many times, my life has been like this. I've been successful, unsuccessful. What's the one common denominator of my success? When I'm single, bro, my shit's always positive. My life is like an even. I don't have drama in my life, not even with my family, my friends. I only have savage, stoic friends that's all about making money. But when you get a girlfriend in your life, no matter how beautiful it is, how sexy, dude, how compliant, what's that, fit, feminine, friendly, and all that, they're still women, bro. They go through this cyclic thing every month with their menstruation. They can't help it. I'm not bashing them, I'm just saying they can't help it. When they ovulating, dude, their ovaries fill up with all these eggs, and this makes them horny, bro. They just so horny. That's why they give in to the proclivity to sleep with bad boys, because they're attracted to alphas, alpha fucks, beta bucks. So then they don't get pregnant. Then they have to release it. They go through the menstruation. All those eggs are bled out, dude. It's very painful. It hurts, man. Like blood's just coming out of your body. Some women bleed chunks. Some women bleed buckets. I'm telling you, man. If you've never been married or a relationship with a girl, dude, they just bleed. They just soak through 5-6 pads a day. They're in so much pain. I understand. And then they're moody, bro. And they're emotional, dude. And it's always, they're never happy with just peace and calm. So what's that got to do with this video? I think single moms is the number one destroyer of society, man, next to Satan the devil, man, who breaks up the nuclear family. So whether you call him Satan or Lucifer or the devil or whatever your religion calls him, dude, he's the dark one, and he breaks up the nuclear family. Why? Because it takes a mother and a father to raise not just strong men, but confident women, dude, that just don't get into porn and prostitution and fucking OnlyFans and strippers and shit, bro, and becoming semen receptacles. How does that relate to this movie? So if you remove the man from the house, and I'm telling you, dude, I'm 60 years old, just so you know, a generation is 20 years. I've lived through 2-3 generations of life in a westernized country. I've been to other countries. I've seen the demise caused by feminism, bro. So what happens, you remove the man from the house. The man's like the stability of the rock. He's the enforcer, the punisher, the lawgiver. And the woman's the nurturer, Oh, I feel happy, I feel sad, I feel mad, I feel glad. And she's like emotional all over the place. So kids learn to be fucking topsy-turvy, but then the dad's like, cut that shit out. How's that important? When you remove the man from the household, single moms are the most, I'm not going to say the number one, but they're highly contributing to the fall of society. Why? They raise promiscuous girls, man, and soft, feminine boys. They raise promiscuous masculine women because promiscuity is a masculine trait. And they raise soft, feminine boys. This is a topsy-turvy thing. And so how that ties into this video, I got down to level one. Level one is nothing but a potpourri of a lot of dudes that have been raised by single moms, bro. And they in there all emotional youngsters. And they what's I call, they got knee-jerk reactions, dude. They're very, they're not calculated. They're very spontaneous. They like a woman, they're very emotional. Hey man, that dude's got a nice car. Let's carjack him. Hey man, I need some money to get some weed, man. Let's take that lady's purse. Oh man, dude disrespecting me. Let's pistol whip him. They're very emotional, dude, like a woman. They're not stoic like men and think about things and why this is important. And Chino, man, I told you guys in the previous video, it's the land of Crips and Surenos. Wow. There's so many Surenos there. It's like an ocean of Mexican Surenos, Southerners, man. At least up north, man, you got Surenos, Norteños, you got Paisas, dude. You got El Salvadorians, you got Panamanians, you got Cubans and Puerto Ricans. You got all this mixture. In LA, man, it's Surenos, dude. I'm telling you my story. Maybe somebody else got a different story. And the Surenos is like, they're in there for, being heroin addicts. They get violated on their parole, you know what I mean? Petty crimes, you know what I mean? Carrying a pistol, that kind of thing, man. Nothing really heinous because it's level one, you know what I mean? Maybe they're doing carjacking homes. I don't know what they're doing. I never ask people what they're in there for. And the Crips is kind of like the same thing, low-level drug dealing, that kind of thing like that, smoking crack and robbing old ladies, that kind of stuff. So anyway, what differentiates level one from level 4 and 3 and 2, and those prisons is a little bit more serious. So they got one TV for each race. They got a TV for the blacks and the northerners and the others, and they got a TV for the whites and the southerners, right? To keep the drama down. The day room's separated. You got the blacks over here with the northerners, the whites over here with the southerners. And you can't, if you're a northerner, you can't go on that side. If you're a southern, vice versa, it's just the rules of prison. Same thing, level 3, level 2. When you get down to level 1, it's one TV and what they do, because there's 5 dorms, there's one TV, and there's 4 wings. It's a one day room. They got the TV and they have a schedule. From this time to this time, the Mexicans got the TV. From this time to this time, the whites, and from this time to this time, the blacks. So as I said earlier, I hadn't watched TV, man, my whole 10 years, but like on my way out, I know it's paroling to Los Angeles to interview with Dr. Dre. I had an interview with Dr. Dre to be his bodyguard, because 2 of his bodyguards I met at maximum security prison was in there for life. I'm not going to go into that story. That's for another video, but some of these original gangster rappers, they really associate and do some gangster stuff, and stuff is starting to come out in the news right now. So anyway, man, they got the hookup. I talked to Dr. Dre on the phone, so then I was like, at the time in Los Angeles, there was a bloodbath between the Southerners and the blacks. I mean, it was called on sight. When the Sureno saw you, dude, and you was black dude, he's smoking you. And if a black dude saw a Southerner, he's smoking them. So, being I'm an other, I'm actually Afro-Latino, I wanted to brush up on my Spanish. So what happened, it was Spanish time. We sitting there watching Spanish, and each race gets 2 hours on the TV. Or maybe it was 1 hour. I don't remember. Let's say it was 2 hours for the sake of this video. So Mexicans watch Spanish TV like Telemundo and El Tigre. And for those of you who are not Mexican, I suggest you watch some Mexican TV. Like, boy, they got the most sexiest women on their TV shows. The newscasters, the sportscasters, even the actresses. And the TV shows are very funny. So we watching El Tigre, man, on Telemundo. And then this big black Crip dude gets up and just changes the channel, man, because I guess the basketball game was on. He just changed the channel, but it wasn't the time. And so then in my particular dorm, it was a bunch of paisas. Even though they were Southerners, they weren't like true, like what do they call them? Chicanos. A Chicano is a Mexican dude that grew up in America. Paisa is a dude that just came over across. It's called FOB, fresh off the boat. So they kind of sit there and took it. They speaking in Spanish, like, what the fuck, Holmes? What the fuck? What can we do? I don't know. He's big, Holmes. He's a big fucking mayate, right? So me sitting there in my infinite wisdom, I checked the schedule. There was another hour left to go. So I told the big Crip dude, I said, hey, my man, you just can't come up here and change the channel like that. This is Mexican time. Dude was like, man, who the fuck is you, OG? I said, first of all, that's correct. I'm an OG, and I'm the motherfucker telling you, man, check the schedule, man. And you can't just change the channel. Man, I do what the fuck I want up in here. So I got up and I turned the TV back to the Mexican station. And so then here come one of his Crip buddies, man. This was one of his Crips, man, right here. This dude was he was a Hoover Dam Crip. He said, hey, what's going on, cuz? Oh man, this OG turned the channel after I put the basketball game in. And his Crip buddy says, hey OG, who the fuck is you, the television police? I said, no, I'm the motherfucker sitting here watching El Tigre, and we got another hour, man. And then the two Crip dudes was like, hey, cuz, it don't work like that. I said, man, check this out. This is what I said. I remember clear this day. I said, check this out, youngster. You two motherfuckers don't know me. You might want to go ask somebody because you don't want to see me like this right here. I'm just trying to keep the peace according to the schedule. I'm enjoying this TV show. You might punk them. You ain't going to punk me because I'm watching this because I had to brush up on my Spanish, guys, so just follow me. I'm going to go to L.A., East L.A., man. I got to brush up on my Spanish because if the Surenos pull up on me, ¿Qué pasa, mayate? And I go, yo soy no mayate, yo soy puertorriqueño. Like that. And I hit him with the Spanish. They be, oh, okay, dude's Puerto Rican. I get a pass because I ain't trying to be involved in that bloodbath, killing people. I just got out the pen or get killed. So then the two Crips was like, okay, cuz, we're going to see you later. I said, man, you can see me now, later. I don't give a fuck. So I sat down. So then, man, when I get to the yard, man, there was a bunch of Crips, man. They was pointing at me like that. And, dude, it was about like 20 of them, bro. So then they start coming over to me, man. And I don't want to make this up, man. I could have swore like a couple of them had shanks, bro. Because, like, I'm just sharing this to give you a backstory. So when I was in the A dorm, no, I was in number 1 dorm. And in the day room, dude, like everybody in level 1, it's just like women on the street. They sleep in, dude, until the last minute, until it's time for chow or work release or school release. Hey, I get up the same time. Like now, I get up at 4 in the morning. I say my prayers. I read some good spiritual stuff. And I would do my martial arts in the day room because nobody was in there. I just do my martial arts, punches, kicks, elbows, knees, you know what I'm saying? Just practicing bobbing and weaving, ducking, jabbing and everything. Foot movements. So they kind of knew, man, this dude would get out like that, right? So they went and told their homies. See, they got their homies from another dorm. And then they come in, man, and I seen a couple of them had shanks in their hands, dude. And so then I just squared up in my stance like that. But little did I know, the Surenos, man, they coming from another area because I guess the paisas had told them, hey, man, the mayates just took our TV time, Holmes, because in level 1, as soon as it's unlocked, you go and get your homies because gang members can't fight by themselves. They run and get their homies. So while the Crips went and got their homies against me, the paisas went and got their Sureno homies because they tell them, hey, the mayates is punking us, taking our TV time. So then here come the Surenos, man. I'm going to tell you, when I talk about a sea of Surenos, and thank you guys on the last video for correcting me, the Surenos were blue. It was a sea of Surenos came, and they told the Crip dudes, they told the Hoover Dam Crips, hey, Holmes, in your building there, Holmes, you have to respect our people, Holmes. It's a TV time, Holmes. You can't be bullying our people, Holmes. It don't roll like that, Holmes. So if you want a bloodbath, my friend, then we can do this, my friend. And so I'm not saying that Crips is coward. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that gang members, dude, when they got the numbers, they beating their chest like King Kong. When it was just me by myself and here comes 20 Crips going to put in work for me, I'll be honest with you. The first 5, they would have met Jesus, man, because I practice every day. And I'm strong. I'm telling you, Holmes, I'm strong. I got a one-hitter quitter. When I hit a motherfucker, I'm breaking some shit. Most dudes can't take what I can give out. So it's me by myself and there's 20 Crips. They all swole up and, yeah, cuz, we're going to put in work on this fool. But then when the Surenos came, then they said, hey, this Vato here, Holmes, he's just doing what's right, Holmes. He's trying to keep the peace in the Pinta, Holmes. So if you guys do anything to this Vato, you disrespecting Surenos because he's standing up for the Paisas, Holmes. So if you want a problem, fuck with this Vato. Ever since then, I ain't never had a problem the rest of the time in prison. So all I'm saying is this, man. Learn to respect others, even if you're taller and stronger and bigger than somebody. Don't feel like you can bully somebody because everybody's got a somebody they can go to. So if you like the realness and rawness of the video, man, thumbs up the video, leave a comment for algorithm. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel and share the videos because YouTube is shadow banning me. And so until next time, OT Silverback out.